last 15 minutes I had to wait for the camera to charge up. I used the external USB power pack to power it up. It's something easier than switching out the battery, even though a battery would be instantaneous. It's one less thing to think about. If I plug it in like normal, it's a normal situation. Plus, if I keep taking out from the door and closing the door and putting the battery in, it could like damage the battery compartment, and I don't want to do that because these cameras are expensive. Plus, I mean, water damage on the battery would be terrible for the most part. I haven't really been to this park in a long time before they remodeled it, so it's a little bit different, but not that much different. Just growing up in this area, it's something I took for granted, I guess, this and everything around here. So I didn't really have a reason to come by this area at all. I'm gonna walk around. It looks like it's around the block and down to the bus station. It's a little bit different than the Fremont weekend market because it doesn't happen all the time, if even at all. It seems more like a Vancouver thing than a Seattle thing per se. I'll start off at the top of the block. That way I can go through everything. Down to this lower part, I've pretty much walked through it all. So I knew about this like event before on Facebook, and it pops up. That's the cool thing about Facebook, is it shows like different events that are gonna happen around the city. It's just I worked it into, I guess the best way to go about it is to have like different things to like do as events. I'm sure I have to kind of walk this way to keep the sun from overexposing the background and underexposing my face. I don't before have a lot of time to like do this kind of stuff in the area because obviously a lot of computer stuff. I was saying before, I was very introverted by nature, but I like doing extroverted things. So plus most people I know right now are busy doing their own thing, so it's not like high school where you could always just like hang out after school or whatnot. Now it's different, not in a bad way, but just how life progresses as well. Because I mean, if I have other people who are my age who say they want to do this kind of thing, they're just not 100% on board, and that's fine because you have to choose what you want to do in life, and it's just how it is. So bizarre, but then again, I'm doing pretty bizarre too. This is the direction it's going, like the sun to my face. So this is just like the other, but it looks like there's a lot more people than U District, because I think U District, they have this so often that it's not really a big thing. Where here, it's not very frequent, so it is more of a big thing. About like, I was thinking another thing about activation energy and just doing stuff in general. A lot of people don't like to do stuff when they're around a lot of people. They say it looks kind of awkward, but this is, I think, yeah. Even I have to walk through the traffic. About like doing something on my own and just straight up walking around, it's very busy. I don't think they're really used to this kind of thing in the city. Plus, I didn't really prepare to eat anything, so I'm just gonna shoot this and probably head out because I have to process the video. That's the thing about like processing video, is like it's a part of the procedure that takes away a lot of time outside. It's not an instant like record and post. I mean, I could do that with cell phone for like live stream, but at this point the quality's better like this until I figure out how to get it to like live stream right. I might do that, but for the most part I'm just gonna take it as I go and upload. It's still better than nothing. Plus the excuse if I said I couldn't get stuff to work, so I wouldn't do it at all. Let me think. Oh yeah, since it's heading over to the bus station, I might as well like finish off like this video, then head out, just because that'd be practical. I was quiet about that because I mean, in retrospect, it's that if I'm in a place that's really loud, it's not gonna pick up a lot. Plus, there's a lot of people, so it's gonna slow down my process, like walking around. It's not that I was like bothered by the people there. The people there are great. It's just you can't really walk, and it's like very full. And even not doing this, it's like a very big sea of humanity, and that just is not fun to watch. Plus, it's distracting to like walk through. So, other than that, I didn't have a purpose being there. That's for sure. Other than like this between the camera and me, it wasn't really a full purpose of like, oh hey, I'm gonna go get X, Y, and Z. I don't like to just dilly-dally around in places. It's much preferable that I have a strict idea of what I need or what I want. So I'm not gonna really bother to try to sit through and turn that into something. Wow, that was a fall. Other than that, just gotta remember to do the basics. It's like simple things as is. Just gotta make sure I'm facing the camera and lifting up high enough. Different kinds of work, different kinds of jobs have different kinds of requirements, and not a job per se, because if it became like a job, I'd quit doing it. But as like certain hobbies and tasks have different requirements of what I have to do, and I realized that those are sort of the basics I got to get down. Oh yeah, the topic I was talking about before is like people who want to do stuff, but then they end up having like not enough footage because they don't actually go through of it, or they get shy. I've noticed that a lot of people ask like, oh hey, I want to like hang out and like do it at the same time, like record or whatnot. I understand it feels safer, but it's probably less personal. It's less like of an impact per se. People don't react to it the same, and that's, I think, the downfall is if you don't risk high about like how you do it in the awkwardness and discomfort, you're not going to have the same reward benefit that you would, because you wouldn't stand out. It would be like safe. What is safe? It doesn't mean anything. It just means, oh, you're going along with the motions. Whereas someone who does something that's not so safe, they're sort of standing out in a good or bad way. They're standing out. I can't think of anything else to say at this time other than the city's changing. That park was changing, the city's changing. I guess people change, I change too, so that's just a part of it too. Gosh, it's nothing really to it besides that. I might have to make the lanyard larger if I want to like stand it out as like a tripod on the ground, not as like something that I'm continuously carrying. It's not I can't do that, it's just I need to find a way to lower it down where I can keep it attached to myself, and I can also prop it on the ground. The distance wise, it's a problem, because as wide as it gets, the wider it gets, the more distorted it is in the middle of the frame, and that's a problem. So I have to kind of balance out the good and the bad of it. Other than that, I should check on the battery, because I only charge it for like 15 minutes and it's probably dying right now. The peculiar thing is I think it gets like an hour, and once I start knocking off the 15 minutes to 15 minutes to 15 minutes, when I get to the last 15 minutes, it's pretty much just like, I don't know if it's still recording or the battery's gonna power down. Let me see. So yeah, the battery bar is totally gone, and I've got to close this up because I don't know if that 15 minutes to 10 minutes is enough or it's just gonna die. I'd like to go a little bit longer, but I have to stop right now.